Lord have mercy on me. It is not looking too good for Shereé Whitfield right now. As you guys know, we discussed earlier in our live video about, the She by Shereé website, allegedly crashing. I'm going to put the alleged badge for this entire conversation because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But what I can tell you is that we, the fans of Shereé and the show, and of She by Shereé, we want Shereé to win. And we're gonna cover a couple of different things really quickly in this video, but I wanna let that be known first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? We want her to win, and we want her to win big, right? So I think that we want to start off there. And the reason why people are so disappointed in this whole situation is because we have been rooting for her since the inception of She by Shereé years ago. And so, because the finale of the Real Housewives of Atlanta was so heavily focused on the She by Shereé fashion show, and we all knew that the synergy of the fashion show, in addition to Shereé telling us to get our credit cards ready, in addition to the fact that we were finally going to be able to get our hands on these fashions, and she told us to have our credit cards ready. The finale airs, and there's a fashion show with fashions. The synergy of all of that, I knew that it was going to be a big day for Shereé, a big night for her. I expected that, okay, if the site does crash, boom, it'll be back up in, because usually when sites crash like that, it's back up in a couple of hours. And we could all have our hands on some She by Shereé. Even if there was like a limited amount of stock, I felt like there would be something for a lot of us to get. Now, outside of that and the shop not being available, at least up until this very point where this video is being done, there is now, according to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk, a designer who is calling out Shereé for allegedly not paying him nor thanking him for the pieces that were made in less than a week for the show last night. Okay, so let's get into what the designer had to say. The designer in question here is stating, what kills me is it don't matter how genuine and how honest you try to be with people, they will worry about yourself and play you if they can. This lady, Shereé, Housewives of Atlanta, She by Shereé, didn't have really no clothes or style for her fashion show. Not only was I on set altering clothes the day of, spent $2,500 of my own dollars to meet the deadline and make it happen. Not only she takes all the credit, never said thank you, and it was on national TV last night, and I made her finally look good out of 14 years of trying. This lady still never at least just reimbursed me, let alone pay me, shaking my head. I made her 40 pieces of clothes less than a week. She not gonna make $1 off that clothing line because God don't play about me, and I ain't giving her no patterns or ideas no more. So that's that. What y'all saw last night was echoes of my years in fashion and making people millionaires. If you knew all the companies that come to me for designs and ideas and samples, you would hit the floor in disbelief. LOL, I care less to be famous, but pay me and respect what I do and did for you. So the designer is basically claiming that, he made all those pieces that we saw last night, allegedly. Okay. We say allegedly because, we didn't see this designer make the clothes, but based on this post, that's what the designer is saying. Like, everything was made by this person, in the week prior to. And is this the designer from New York that she was referring to in the episode? Because we did hear that she was working with the designer in last night's episode. So are these the pieces that she was referring to? So there's that question that needs to be asked. But also, as we spoke about earlier, people online were basically saying that, you know, the pieces that we did see, which was the piece right here that I'm going to show you now, you know, people were also saying that this is a similar mock-up to something else on another site. Now, first of all, this to me is not something that I don't mind that, because basically this is a situation where you're probably working with a wholesaler and they just make similar styles and you can put your logo on it. This is common practice in the online sales as well as boutique industries. I don't have a problem with this because I feel like this is what I was expecting. And this is what I was expecting to spend my coin on. You know, something that may have been, you know, a universal design. You know, she put her logo on it and maybe mass produced it. And I was ready to spend my coin. I don't have a problem with this, right? This is not what I have a problem with. The problem that I feel like most of us have is that even if that was what we were getting, number one, that's not what we saw in the fashion show, I don't believe, unless I missed it. But I think, too, the fact of the matter is, if this was it, I'm fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we are here to circulate the coin back into this Black woman's business, right? Period. Support. Bottom line. Full stop. That's what we was looking for last night. At least that's what I was looking for. And I still am going to whenever it's up, you know. But if this whole situation is the case right here with this, you know, person letting us know that the work ain't gonna be put out there, and it goes back into this whole idea of allegedly not paying, then we got a problem, because it's like what I saw last night. I mean, I told y'all earlier, there was some pieces that I wanted, that I was ready to buy. You know what I'm saying? But now I wonder if we will actually indeed be able to purchase these pieces because of the drama that is unfolding with someone allegedly not being paid, which is obviously not cool, because we want our people to be paid. You pay people to do work. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't care if she's working with the designer. Work with a designer. Outsource, get things done, and get it done in excellence. You know what I'm saying? But just get something to us and pay the man if you ain't paid the man. Okay? Make it right. Make it right. I mean, that's the easiest fix for this situation. Make it right. I felt like she can make it right. Work with the designer, highlight the designer, do, you know, travel up to wherever the designer is, you know, maybe do some video to show how the designs are made, publicly thank this designer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of options that can make this all turn around and get it turned around quickly, so that by at least in the next day or so, She by Shereé is popping with the same designs that we saw on the show, so that people can purchase and support, and we can really close the chapter on this and continue to support, you know, her business. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section down below. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think. With that being said, make sure you guys are following the Neighborhood Talk for all the latest and greatest news and pop culture, music, news, and entertainment, okay? But we had to get on here and talk about this. I'm going to be working on the Married to Medicine review. That will be coming up shortly as well. So be on the lookout for that coming probably later on tonight. I want to give these videos enough time to circulate, and also want to make sure I do our due diligence and support our Married to Medicine ladies as well. So ladies and gentlemen, let me say that. So make sure you guys be on the lookout, and we will catch you guys in the next video.